Nightfall. Gotham had seen Batman tired before, but never like this. The city was a war zone and Bruce Wayne was running on fumes. That's exactly how Bane wanted it. His plan was simple. Don't fight the Bat at his best, fight him after Gotham chewed him up. It started with one move: blow the walls off Arkham Asylum. Suddenly, Joker, Scarecrow, Riddler, Poison Ivy, Mad Hatter, Firefly, Cavalier, all of them spilling into the streets. For weeks, Batman clawed Gotham back, one cell at a time. Each arrest took more out of him. By the time he crossed paths with Scarecrow and got hit with fear gas, his mind and body were fraying. That's when Bane came to his front door. Literally, inside Wayne Manor, in the heart of the Bat Sanctuary, Bane dismantled him. The fight ended with the image burned into comic history, Bruce's spine snapping over Bane's knee. While Bruce recovered under Dr. Chandra Kinsolving, he made a choice. Hand the cowl to Jean-Paul Valley, the assassin trained to Azrael. At first, Valley fought for Gotham. Then, the system, his ingrained warrior code, took over. The armor got heavier, the fights got bloodier, and Robin Tim Drake found himself shut out. The GCPD stopped trusting the Bat. Civilians weren't safe from the collateral damage. The saga split in two. In the Crusade, Valley's Batman went off the rails. In the search, Bruce and Alfred traveled abroad, chasing healing and clarity. By the time Bruce returned, Valley was too far gone. Gotham had a Batman who wasn't protecting it. He was dominating it. The final showdown ended with Bruce reclaiming the mantle, restoring discipline and restraint to the symbol. But Nightfall left scars. Alfred resigned for a time, shaken by Bruce's suffering. Public trust had been rattled. And Bruce? He started building something bigger: contingency plans, allies, and the modern Bat family, because Gotham's worst had taught him one thing: no one man, not even Batman, could stand forever. The Dark Knight returns. By 55, Bruce Wayne had been out of the game for a decade. Gotham didn't thank him for it. The city was rotting. Street gangs owned the alleys, cops couldn't keep up, and the mutant leader's army treated crime like a sport. When Bruce put the cape back on, it was war. His first clash with the mutant leader nearly ended in disaster. Outmatched, bleeding, and slower than he remembered, Bruce barely escaped alive. Then came Carrie Kelly, a sharp, fearless 13-year-old with a slingshot and green-tinted shades who called herself Robin. With her help, Batman broke the mutant script, training a splinter group, the Sons of Batman, to keep Gotham's streets under control with non-lethal tactics. But Gotham's rogues could smell the Bat's return. Harvey Dent, face surgically restored but mind still fractured, went back to crime. Bruce brought him down. Then the Joker woke from years of near catatonia, manipulating Dr. Wolper into thinking he was cured. The doctor didn't live long enough to regret it. The Joker left a body count that included an entire TV audience, a poisoned roller coaster, murdered Boy Scouts, and a city in panic. The fairground confrontation was brutal. The Joker stabbed Batman, taunted him, and finally snapped his own neck to make it look like murder. While Gotham reeled, the US government moved in. Superman, now a government operative, was ordered to take Batman down during a global power blackout. Bruce came ready, armored suit, sonic blaster, synthetic kryptonite arrow delivered by one-armed Oliver Queen. In Crime Alley, the two icons traded blows until Bruce forced Superman to his knees. Then he faked a heart attack, vanishing before authorities could act. At his funeral, Superman heard a heartbeat in the coffin and gave Carrie a knowing wink. Alfred died destroying Wayne Manor and the Batcave, erasing what was left of the old life. And somewhere under Gotham, Bruce Wayne began building something new. A war fought from the shadows, with Carrie, Oliver, and the Sons of Batman ready to follow him. Under the Red Hood, a new player hit Gotham's streets, and he wasn't asking for permission. The Red Hood tore through crime lords, seized control of the drug trade, and laid down one rule: keep kids out of it or pay in blood. Dealers believed him. The body count proved it. Batman and Nightwing were on him fast. A raid on an Amazon Android shipment turned into a full chase across the city, ending on top of a moving train. The fight was brutal, ending with an explosion that sent Nightwing to the pavement, injured and out of the chase. The Red Hood was different. He didn't just know Batman's moves, he knew how to counter them. One lasso-cutting technique in particular hit Bruce like a ghost from the past. It was Jason Todd's, the second Robin, the one who never came home. A blood sample confirmed it. Jason was alive. The trail led to Ra's al Ghul, who admitted to swapping Jason's body and reviving him in a Lazarus pit. The resurrection worked, but so did the madness. Jason came back violent, broken, and burning for revenge. Black Mask tried to solve the problem by hiring the Joker. Instead, the Joker drenched crime bosses in gasoline and set the city on edge. Red Hood found him first. The beating he gave Joker wasn't about Gotham. It was about Crime Alley, about a crowbar, about a death Batman couldn't stop. Batman caught up to them in that same alley. Jason wasn't here for reconciliation. With Joker at gunpoint, he demanded Batman make the choice he never did: kill Joker or kill him. Bruce refused, batarang flashing, disarming him in a single move. Jason's answer was a trigger pull, setting off explosives that leveled the building. When the smoke cleared, Joker was back in Arkham. Black Mask was in custody, and Jason Todd had vanished. In the Batcave, his Robin costume stayed in its case, a reminder that nothing about this story had an ending. Hush. It started with a kidnapping. Batman tracked Killer Croc to rescue a businessman's son, only for the ransom money to vanish into the hands of Catwoman, who was moving under Poison Ivy's control. The chase took him into Crime Alley, where a sabotaged grappling line sent him crashing to the pavement with a fractured skull. Huntress got him to safety, and Bruce called in the one man he trusted to operate, childhood friend and renowned neurosurgeon Dr. Thomas Elliot. The surgery saved him, but the mystery wasn't over. Bruce went back after Croc, freed Catwoman from Ivy's influence, and together they headed to Metropolis. Ivy had gone big, using her pheromones to control Superman. Kryptonite ring in hand, Batman brought Clark back to his senses, and the two took Ivy down. Things looked calm enough for an opera night with Selina, Elliot, and Dr. Leslie Tompkins, until Harley Quinn stormed in. In the chaos, gunfire dropped Thomas Elliot. The Joker was on the scene. Bruce nearly crossed the line, beating him within an inch before Gordon pulled him back. The trail kept winding. A truck heist by the Riddler led to Ra's al Ghul, who revealed someone from Bruce's past had used his Lazarus pit. Then came a cemetery fight with Scarecrow and the arrival of a new figure, a man wrapped in bandages calling himself Hush. He had an ace to play, Jason Todd. Except it wasn't. Clayface was wearing the face. Piece by piece, the plan emerged. Riddler had been dying of brain cancer, cured by the Lazarus Pit, and he and Hush had orchestrated every move, manipulating Gotham's rogues, distracting Batman, and targeting everyone close to him. In the final clash, Hush fought with military precision until Harvey Dent shot him twice, sending him into Gotham River. Unmasked, Hush was Thomas Elliot all along. He survived, performing his own surgery to remove the bullets, ready for another round. Gotham wouldn't have to wait long. Year 1. Bruce Wayne came back to Gotham at 25, 12 years of training behind him, and one goal in front: reclaim his city from the inside out. Across town, Lieutenant James Gordon was arriving from Chicago, walking straight into the most corrupt police department in America. Gordon's new partner, Detective Arnold Flass, was the type to beat civilians for sport. It didn't take long for Gordon to put him in his place, literally. After an off-duty ambush, Flass woke up handcuffed, naked, and stranded in the snow. Gordon had made his point. Meanwhile, Bruce was staking out Gotham in disguise, testing the waters. In the red light district, he stepped into a pimp's attack on Holly Robinson, only to be swarmed by her friends and brutalized by cops. He barely made it out, crashing a stolen police car and dragging himself back to Wayne Manor. Then it happened. A bat through the window. The inspiration was instant. Bruce's first night as Batman stopped a group of teenage thieves, but the real statement came when he stormed a dinner for Commissioner Gillian Loeb and mob boss Carmine Falcone. Smoke, darkness, and a single warning. The days of feeding on Gotham were over. Loeb pushed back, forming a task force with Gordon on the lead, and that's when the lines blurred. Gordon's integrity was tested with blackmail over an affair with Detective Sarah Essen. Falcone's nephew retaliated by kidnapping Gordon's infant son. Gordon fought to save him on a bridge, but it was Batman who caught the child mid-fall, placing him back in his father's arms. With Loeb's and Flass's power broken, Gordon rose to captain. On a rooftop, he briefed his new ally. There was a man calling himself the Joker, and Gotham was about to change again. Year 1 was over. The real war was about to begin. Court of Owls. It began with a body. A man found impaled, knives marked with owl symbols buried in his chest. The message was clear: Bruce Wayne would be dead by tomorrow. The investigation got stranger when DNA under the victim's fingernails pointed to Dick Grayson. Bruce was already pushing his plans to rebuild Gotham when the attack came. At the top of Wayne Tower, a masked assassin named Talon ambushed him, survived a fall that should have been fatal, and disappeared. Alfred dug into the family history and reminded Bruce of Alan Wayne, his great-great-grandfather, who died insisting owls were stalking him. The trail led deep. Buildings funded by Alan's trust hid secret chambers, Talon nests marked with owl insignias. While investigating in the sewers, Batman was captured and dragged into a labyrinth built by the Court of Owls, a shadowy society said to have run Gotham for centuries. Inside the maze, the walls told a story in blood. Murals of past victims, endless dead ends, and no sunlight. Days passed. Batman's mind started to fracture. Food and water were gone, and a Talon's blade nearly finished him. But Bruce remembered Alan Wayne's suffering and refused to die there. His escape tore through the court's assassins. An explosion blasted his way to the surface, where the Gotham River swallowed him. Harper Row, a young vigilante with more guts than sense, pulled him out before the city claimed him. The autopsy on the fallen Talon revealed the truth. The court recruited from Gotham's circus performers, their assassins enhanced to survive death itself. Dick Grayson had been marked for recruitment long before Bruce took him in. The worst news? The court wasn't done. Their next move was already in motion. An army of Talons was coming for Gotham, and this time, they weren't staying in the shadows. The Killing Joke. Arkham Asylum was supposed to be secure, but when Batman checked the Joker's cell, the man inside was a decoy. The real Joker was already free and he had a plan. He wanted to prove a point, that one terrible day could break anyone. The story of that one bad day was his own. Once he'd been an engineer with a pregnant wife named Jeannie. He quit his job to chase a career in stand-up comedy, but failure came quick and tragedy came quicker. Jeannie died in a freak accident, and with nothing left, he let criminals talk him into a job. They gave him the Red Hood helmet, and during the heist, he fell into a vat of chemicals at the Ace Chemical plant. When he crawled out, his skin was bleached white, his lips were crimson, and his hair was green. The laughter never stopped. Now, in Gotham's present, the Joker went for Batman's closest allies. He shot Barbara Gordon at point-blank range, shattering her spine and ending her career as Batgirl. Then he abducted Commissioner Gordon, dragging him to an abandoned amusement park. Gordon was stripped, caged, and forced to look at graphic photographs of his injured daughter. The Joker's aim was simple: to break the Commissioner's mind. Batman tracked him through the park's traps, dismantling every obstacle until he had Gordon back. But the Joker wasn't finished talking. In the rain, the two stood face to face and Joker laid it out. Everyone's just one step away from the abyss. Then he told Batman a joke. For a moment, they both laughed. The sound of sirens cut through the night. The rain kept falling, the panel faded to black, and the ending became one of the most debated moments in Batman's history. The Long Halloween. It started at a wedding. Johnny Vitti, nephew to Gotham's crime boss Carmine the Roman Falcone, was celebrating when someone put 3 bullets in him in the bathtub. Next to the body, a jack-o'-lantern and a homemade silencer. The killer struck on Halloween night, and Gotham had a new name to fear: Holiday. Batman, District Attorney Harvey Dent, and Captain James Gordon made a pact: bend the rules if they had to, but never break them, and take Falcone down for good. Holiday didn't slow down. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. Each month brought another murder tied to Falcone's network. Falcone fought back by bringing in Gotham's rogues: Catwoman, the Riddler, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Mad Hatter, and even the Joker entered the war, each one escalating the chaos. Then, in a courtroom, the story took a turn. Mobster Sal Maroni hurled acid into Harvey Dent's face, creating Gotham's newest villain. Two-Face was born, and the pact between the 3 men was shattered. Holiday's unmasking shocked everyone. It was Alberto Falcone, Carmine's Harvard-educated son, who had faked his death and confessed to all the killings. On Halloween night, Alberto was sent to Arkham, but the bodies kept dropping. Two-Face unleashed every inmate in Arkham, killed Carmine Falcone, and murdered his sister, Sophia. Then he surrendered, claiming there was more to the story: a second Holiday killer. That final twist came in silence. On Christmas Eve, Gilda Dent sat in her home, burning evidence. She admitted to herself that she'd been the original Holiday, targeting Falcone's empire to give Harvey the peace and stability they once dreamed of. She walked away from Gotham, leaving the truth in ashes. The case closed on paper, but in the streets, the legend of Holiday never really ended. And that's it. So, which arc fascinated you the most? Comment down below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.